All right, everyone, welcome to the Women in STEM interview series. I'm here today with somebody in the STEM field who comes to us all the way from North Carolina. So, Lois, will you tell us your name, a little bit about yourself, and how you got to be in the STEM field?
So my name is Lois, yeah, and I'm from China. Yes, I right now I live in North Carolina, but I was not born here. I was born in China, raised and lived most of my life in China actually, and then I moved here during COVID, because I mean my husband and I met in China, so we just moved to here during COVID. Just there are a lot of stuff happening during COVID. So and then I got stuck in here. So and I was like, okay, I my original degree, I mean, I have a college degree back in China, which is very much not like STEM, it's the opposite of STEM. It actually is like art. It's the Chinese language and literature. And then I was like, okay, I got that degree and I have taught in China. Now I'm in the US. The only thing I think most reasonable, most accessible job I could get is to teach. Like, do I want to teach Chinese? And I was like, probably not. And then I was like, I want to do something different, just trying to explore things. And then my mother-in-law was just saying like, oh, you have really good interpersonal skills. You will be a great nurse. And actually, I also visited that kind of like all the possibilities of like I mean I explored the possibilities of like dental hygienist or like dentist or like pharmacist or PA or so, and then I was like, okay, I think, you know, just being a nurse, I think it's probably is the most, and I just feel like makes the most sense for me. It's just it has a lot more options compared to all the other professions. So and then that is how it started and how I end up in nursing right now. I'm still a nursing student. I have not graduated yet.
That's okay. We love to hear that you're a student. We love to hear your story about how you got here. I didn't even know that your degree was in Chinese, like literature and language. That's very impressive. And that's a big switch over to nursing. Are you finding that transition easy or challenging or?
I think in a way, yes and no. I think yes is in a way that because when I say I'm taking a pharmacology and the pathophysiology class, at in the college, and then I was like, okay, so for me, it's two classes. First is a language class, English class. Second is a nursing class, medical class. But because back in China, I work with a lot of international staff, like American staff. So my English is pretty good. I would say proficient. I would say proficient, right?
Oh, I would say excellent. You're
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I mean, my brain just paused because I didn't pronounce that word correctly. Anyway, but anyways, and I after I moved here, I was like, oh, actually it is challenging in a way because there's so many medical terms. It's just so new to me. I mean, they are new to my colleagues in nursing school as well. But to me, it's an actual layer of barrier because it's a language barrier. So, but things gets better, upon the gradual exposure and in the clinical setting. So I feel like right now I'm in a good place.
That's good. Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you're in your third semester, right? You're getting close to the
Correct.
end. So I'm sure it's gotten potentially easier as it's gone along to get familiar
Mhm.
with those terms, just like with the rest of your classmates. Have you discovered that there's a class that has been the hardest or the most useful?
Um, I don't think that is a hardest class for me. I think they are all very manageable. Yeah, I think first I feel like I'm a person I just love enjoy studying. I really enjoy. Maybe the hardest part is like because some exams like they kind of like they could like throw me off in a way how they test me because I'm an overthinker, I'm a critical thinker. Some of the questions is very black and white. So like say I might get exam the grade 86. I was like, that was not very good because I was like, I thought I could make a 96 or something, but that's some question was like, so in that way, it's very challenging. It's difficult for me because I don't know how to navigate the testing style. But with the materials itself, I don't think they are overly challenging for me. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, it can be a struggle when you look at like the grade number that you're getting and think that maybe you could have done better. And that's something a lot of us feel when we were in school and go to school. How do you find that you're like coping with some of that?
it's very interesting because I'm at UNC, so everybody in here, I would say 99% were overachievers. And then, so for example, that's one exam. I got a 92. I feel pretty good. 92 is such a good grade. And then they will post about class average, and I don't feel good anymore.
Oh
Class average,
no.
maybe a 92. I was like, oh, I'm only on average. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got 100. That make me feel better. Like the last exam, I got 86, and then a couple of people I talked to, they say I did very well. I mean, they say that they did very well. And I knew when they say they did very well, that means like 96 plus or 94 plus. I was like, and then it just a moment for self-reflection. I was like, what is my identity? Why do I place so much value into, my grade? Of course, it makes sense if I got a 98 versus like 78. Of course, you will feel a lot better than 78. But also that's a component of like the identity issue, like struggle I have had. Maybe not just me, like a lot of people might be able to relate to if you are a overachiever, right? So I think this is something I have gotten better because first awareness is the first step, into improvement. So now I was like, it doesn't say much. It doesn't say much at all about my ability to become a good nurse. Not at all. Because there's so many factors could play in the result of a grade. You know what I'm saying? I could literally tell you if that question, I just pause for 1 second, I will read the question a little bit better and then pick a different answer. So I think the graded number could be very deceiving. So I think that is something I have been reflecting on. And then, yeah.
Absolutely. And I remember that you mentioned your mother-in-law helping you influence your decision and make suggestions for what to do when you got here. Have you found a support from other like groups of women that help maybe influence your career path?
Yes, my sister-in-law, she is a PA in the emergency room. So sometimes I would ask her about some stuff about like, oh, just like future career options, because nurses, they can work at all kinds of different settings. So I would ask her about that. And then in my church, there are a lot of like women, they work in the medicine. Like some of my friends, they're pediatrician or they're PA or they are nurse or speech pathologist. I think all those are just a network of women. They will give me a lot of insights and just suggestions and stuff. Sometimes, it is, I mean, this is a different culture. Everything's so different to me. I mean, it's still today, I still feel like still feel like kind of a culture shock. So every day I'm learning. So it is really nice to have a place or have a group of people I can go ask whenever I have a question.
Yeah. And I love that they're like we're here today for Girl Scouts, but there are so many different types of communities of women that where we can search for and find support as we sort of take our next steps. And so for this, do you have any advice for girls who may want to pursue nursing as a career themselves?
I would say, if you, I don't, may I ask how the Girl Scout, how old is the age group? Like what is the range of the age group?
We start all the way in kindergarten and then we go all the way up through seniors in high school.
Okay, so I would say just like maybe if you are in middle school or high school, if you would have a chance to shadow, if you have any family members or like friends, parents, they work in the STEM field or in the nursing or medicine or whatever. Just if you have a chance to shadow that, I think that would be really invaluable. Like just to get the feel what it feels like. or if that aligns with your passion and the talent.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I know you're very busy with as a nursing student. And for everyone who may be watching, check out more videos coming up for Girl Scout Week. But do you have any last remarks that you'd like to leave our viewers with?
Yeah, I want to say like I want to say there's a bright future ahead of you guys, you know. And the STEM field it's great. It's really worth exploring, but you guys I'm just so excited for the future ahead of you guys. You can explore. If you don't like this, just switch to other, you know, but I think like just have a heart of like self-compassion, and then just like to a heart of like curiosity, and then just to move forward. I think you will be doing great.
Thank you so much. And with everybody else, we'll see you soon for our very next STEM interview. All right.
Bye.